Welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Reliant, the Star Trek Online adjacent podcast, where we do Star Trek adventures games in the STO universe, derived from the Foundry, and various nonsense we've come up along the way. I'm Duncan Idaho, your DM, GM, whichever M. And we've got a usual cast of characters, and let's go ahead and introduce everyone before we start with the episode recap, starting with our man out of time, DB Wells.
The Ibi homeworld is being invaded by aliens.
We have our science officer, Grawl.
But most of us are aliens.
We've got our security officer, Chorog.
I resemble that remark.
We've got our con officer, Kara Junrani.
Remember, synths should not eat batteries, no matter how tasty they are.
We've got our EXO, CMO, and acting.
Maybe the real aliens were the friends we made
Hold on.
along the way.
We've got a Marcus having problems.
Yeah, it's just, my microphone has a not great physical. All right.
Do I have to say my funny joke again?
Yes, just so I hear the funny joke.
All right, I said maybe the real aliens were the.
You should probably also say who that was again, because that was the part where you cut out.
EXO, CMO, acting captain, Eli. And then our chief engineer, Rick Tier.
Great. People know me. I think they know me. Maybe I know myself.
Quite possibly. But to recap,
we got the cameras set up in your house, so yeah, they know you.
we know you and your movements at all times. So anyway, recap for the episode. Last time we got sent on a nice little diplomatic adventure after getting some awards for taking DS9. And it's just sort of a pat on the back and, hey, could you take care of this thing? The IBI are starting to raise a little bit of a fuss about one of your officers, specifically Sechigoro, a former exile from IFARS, now being interviewed for taking over as head honcho on the planet, as she is a clone of the chief administrator. So possessing some characteristics and training that certain people are valuing, especially with her recent adventures. Basically, the group said no, and then we skedaddled over to Karjunrani's parents to say hi and introduce Robot Daughter to parents who were thrilled, and basically do a little bit of camping. But unfortunately, with said camping, we had a little problem. Like a member of species 8472 tried to do an attack on Setsa and got curb stomped. And that's basically where we ended the episode last time. As now we deal with the aftermath of, well, there's a bunch of shooting, commotion, and there's now a dead Undine in the back of towards the back of a farmhouse.
Okay, so Kara is probably still holding the body, which is now flamey and blue, and she just taps her comm badge and says, "This is Commander Junrani to Planetary Administrator Kaiken."
Hello, you have reached IBI Communications and Customs. How may I help you?
Well, thank you for redirecting my transmission, but yeah, we now have a dead Undine on your planet. You might want to have a security lockdown.
Oh yes, I will begin advising that procedure. May I have your exact location?
Wait. Track my con badge. It's Starfleet Standard Communication.
Eli shakes his head and just sort of does the person answering is Undine.
Then we're already fucked.
Yeah.
And I can promise you that the communications network is treated with the utmost security, indeed. We will begin procedures, and a security detail will be at your position shortly to survey matters. Good day.
Right, so they're sending some folks over. So either we're going to have more Undine to fight, which we're probably going to have anyway, because why would they send one Undine after? I don't really know who they were coming after, but whatever they should have done, they should have had more people, especially considering the number of us they could have replaced.
They were after Setsa.
Well, then they're still stupid for having sent one. Let's hope this is classic Undine overconfidence and hold it there. Still, we should fan out and search the area.
Yes, but
I think we should set up defenses just in case they are sending a hit squad.
and no one should be alone.
All right, so I'm still going to go search, so who's with me?
Setsa's about to raise a hand, but then thinks better. But
I might as well go.
All right, cool. Me and Mr. Large and in charge over here are going to go look around with the old Model Zero Mark 1s and find out if we can see any more Undine around. Everybody else, sit tight, wait for the security team. If they're Undine, blast them.
Well, I'll get some things started up for defenses if we need them.
Okay, I'm going to contact the Reliant, which probably would have been the ship does not get infiltrated.
When you're on Ibby planet, you play by Ibby rule.
I'm
Anyway.
still going to be careful. Eli's as tabby.
So,
Lieutenant?
Kara,
Yes.
Yeah, Marcus is going to play defense, but on the comm call, you hear Lieutenant Moon saying, "Moon here. What's up?"
We got Undine down here.
Oh crap!
Yeah, could you first alert Starfleet Command, specifically, and then very specifically, and I say this very specifically, contact. I'm going to regret saying this, and I'm going to regret saying this, but Ross.
Aye, sir.
You know which Ross, right? Just to be sure.
Yeah, the one in charge of our fleet.
I was about to say slam cut to the bridge of the Reliant, where, God, I forgot our weapons officer's name, but she just leans over and looks at Moon and says, "We're contacting the crazy old man."
Yeah, we're contacting the crazy old man.
Larissa just kind of swears. Smash cut back to the surface.
And they proceed at that.
All right, you take care of that. Put the ship on lockdown. Make sure everything is monitored. Make sure everybody is who they are.
All right, aye, sir. Bryce will be right on it.
Smash cut to, the the sick bay, where you just see Ged going, "You need how many isomorphic injectors?"
Smash cut back to Eli.
All right, well, I've done the most important part. So we got a body.
Yeah. Graves
Is it
says,
still on fire with blue flames, or did those go
Oh,
out?
100%.
"No, it's still on fire. Like Undine burned for days."
It only goes out when Ryuji says it goes out.
Gotcha. Well, to say the obvious, when I went to go search, Kara would have put the burning body down. Don't need to bring it.
To bring it as a nightlight in case there's Undine out there.
Holding it out as a torch. Who goes there?
You take the all, use it as a story.
Oh my god! And you actually, God, if you actually find Undine out there and just holding one of their burning arms, it's like, "Hello, would you like to surrender?" Yes. Anyway, Graves looks to Sets and says, "Well, I'll play defense. Do we want to go inside? Do we want to stay out here?"
Do we want to cause more property damage?
No.
All right, let's get some shovels. Dig a trench perimeter. I don't know.
I mean, we got John. He's done digging his apartment complex
John.
for boxes. John pops out of a hole nearby and says, "Hi, sir."
Give us a trench network.
Aye,
World
sir.
War One style.
Okay. Do you want big tunnels too? We've already got big tunnels.
I mean, connect them to existing tunnels.
Okay.
I will say at this point, Milena has basically come out, and she is basically holding the equivalent of a civilian phaser shotgun. And she's like, "Oh, good. Sana, why is it still on fire?"
It's a bad alien, Setsa says. It tried to jump us in the night.
Well, we heard the glass shatter, so Hyperion stayed with Jasada, and I came, and she pokes it. Looks like it's pretty dead, though.
Very dead.
Ryuji is standing near the body. He's got his arms crossed. He just gives a big nod.
Ryuji done killed it good.
Is there a reason you're all still outside, then?
Well, we're just trying to decide what to do. John's gonna help make more defenses in case more come.
Why don't you get inside the house, which is a large building, and already put some walls between you and everything else?
Because we
Okay.
don't want to cause you more property damage.
Well, it's her house, so if she's okay with it.
To be honest, I'd rather you put a hole in the wall than you dug up all the fields.
I mean, I thought this wasn't a field. We're only right in this meeting. John will fill it in.
At this point, she just sighs, and she kind of has the shotgun over her shoulder. She says, "Look, it's property either way, dear. Just come inside where it's warm."
Setsa's already moving.
We got fire.
Setsa's moving inside. She doesn't want to argue the point.
Helena will go with her.
You know, I'm staying by the fire, he says, warming his hands by the Undine.
No, it's that Eli or Eli. Are you going to be
Eli.
taking? Yeah, so you're going to be taking point outside. Okay. Grawl.
Yes.
Where are you at this point? Have you gone into the tunnels for safety, or are you outside now?
I assume that Gro is in the tunnels for safety. I think last time we had him, he was in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that anybody currently in the house has all gathered in the living room, and both of the elder Junranis are armed.
Has DB finished washing the dishes?
Upon hearing the explosion and fighting outside, Daniel's just kind of been just not to be a getaway. The space stuff have to follow us everywhere, and when people start to come in, he's just gonna ask, "What is it this time?
Oh, dead alien. Best to stay in the living room.
Can you be any more specific than that? We get that a lot."
You know the werewolf we found in like the tunnels?
Damn it.
Yeah. It's like one of those guys. He's very
Had
dead.
3 legs, whatever it was.
I suppose you're gonna be trying to find more of them.
Hell no. I'm going into the living room where it's safe.
Yeah. Now we're just kind of like hanging out here.
Yeah, Rick is out with the doctor, just sort of setting up his own sensor network around the house.
Give me a control engineering.
What, me?
Would survival work on this,
Rick.
or would something else?
I would say survival, because you are doing it sort of in an outdoor environment, and then sort of dealing with the fact that you might be improvising things a little bit.
Yep.
You didn't necessarily come equipped for a sensor.
Okay. So control engineering, you said, right?
NG. Yep.
Meanwhile, Checkers is setting up a tripod with a Browning M119 or M1919.
John has developed a little defensive position around him with like sandbags.
Yes.
And Rick, you're just not able to get it right. There's a lot of like interference from like planetary communications. It's a noisy environment, despite the fact that you are sort of out in the farms. I mean, it's just hard to get away from planetary communication grids.
Yeah.
There's also a background defensive and scattering field that you hadn't noticed till now.
Yeah. I mean, there is, just for the viewers, I rolled 2 17s when my target number was 16. So, yeah, no successes.
No.
I mean, that's just life. No matter how good you are, technically, you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
I gave you a good reason, a way out.
Okay, so the various groups have set things up. Let's go to the hunting party.
Okay. I mean, Kara knows the farm, so she's probably going to start at the barn and start working her way out, checking buildings first. She's probably flipping through the different vision modes that she's got every couple.
All right, go ahead and give me an insight security.
Okay, can Chorog help?
Yes. And Chorog, anything like tracking would be very useful here.
Oh, I have always trust your gut.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like, that's a good, like, if you're going to use, like, determination, but you're looking for a focus.
Creative solutions, maybe?
Not just, you know what? Let's say, not from the standpoint of that you're trying to be creative and looking, but you're trying to get into the head of someone who is being tricky. So you're thinking about creative solutions for how to hide. So I will say that applies.
Okay.
So
So
go
it's
ahead.
inside security?
Yeah, insight security.
1 success, 1 fail for Kara. Let's see what we get on the assist die.
Wrong channel.
Do over.
There we go.
All right, I'll take that first, the first dice, and so that's a 4. So you've got an additional success. So with 2 successes, you guys are able to sort of like piece apart, like together some clues, like some footprints. I mean, that like at first appear to be like sheep, and then maybe a large bird. But just a very suspicious, probably shapeshifter trail leading around the barn. Potentially taking a little bit of a stop in sort of the doorway, but like coming out from the nearby hills.
This is Junrani to Captain O'Connor.
O'Connor here.
We've been able to ascertain the trail, it looks like, from the Undine. We have not spotted any further ones, but it looks like they came from the hills. Now, of course, with the way they tend to operate, there's no guarantees that we didn't pass one, pretending to be something else. But at least I have a good direction from where they came.
All right. Set up tracking sensors if you can, like not send like hunting cameras, basically, just in case.
We should probably just be able to check the farmhouse's security records.
Oh,
My
okay.
parents are former administrators, so there is some extra security around this place than usual.
Graves comes over the comms and says, Kara, your optics, are they conclave spec?
My optics are whatever spec I got when I got my body, so I don't know.
All right. Can you try tuning to? He gives a specific spectral band, and sort of like the ultraviolet like layered over radio.
Okay, so Kara tries switching to that.
Go ahead and give me a control medical or engineering.
Same roll for me either way, but I crit.
Yay! 2 successes. So
I can lend.
No, you cannot assist. You cannot assist. You do not have conclave eye parts.
I'm not allowing you to open up Kara's head right now.
Well, no, I was going to lend her my mask because my mask sees in multiple spectrums.
So does her eyes. So
yeah. So the for this, Kara, you're able to tune to this particular set of frequencies. It's a little bit of a odd pattern getting used to the strange colors. But you kind of notice that there's some point, like all the footprints are starting to glow up a little bit with residue from the Undine. This is a conclave tracking band for Undine infiltrators.
So she just calls back, all right, Ilium, I have got some residue here. I'm guessing this is from fluidic space?
Yeah, it's going to be the biosignature. We've, the conclave found that it lights up at the particular with this interaction with spectra.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give the same spectrum to Chorog. I don't know if his goggles can manage it, but if they can, we're going to follow this around and see what we can find.
All right, go ahead, and Chorog, for you, it's just going to be an engineering control roll to try to get this tuned up properly.
Okay.
Frankly, it should be easier for you than it was for me, so here's good luck.
Well, I also have improvised construction, so I should be able to...
Yes, it will.
Is it engineering control?
Yep.
You see, mine was an 11. I'm sure you can get a better roll than goal of 11.
Oh, yeah. 3 successes. So, Chorog, not only have you been able to tune it, you now know how to easily, port this suite of settings over, which means you can distribute this to whoever you want as an Undine infiltrator tracking tool. You've got something that is incredibly valuable to any intel in the Alpha or Beta Quadrant.
Kara, meanwhile, just has one of those internal moments of, should I have told him that? Maybe I shouldn't have told him that. Too late.
Trog easily manages to adjust his visor. He's seeing all kinds of spectrums now.
Kind of gives you a headache, don't it?
Have you had anything to drink recently?
Well, the venom, but that's not...
No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, nothing fancy. You're able to hold it in just fine.
Gives you a headache.
This frequency is amazing. I never knew that my mask could see this level.
Well, I'll pass along the thanks to the conclave technicians. I'll just file this under intelligence sharing when they ask why I gave that out.
Yeah, I'll make sure I pass this along to the crew as well, so they can scan this frequency.
If you know everybody in the KDF, might be kind to slide it under the table to them, too.
Technically, it was Ilium that handed it out.
I mean, true. And they can't really bust Ilium because he's really part of the conclave at the moment.
Marcus comes over the comms and says, yeah, we can hide him pretty well, too.
Right, so we're going to go take another look around just to make absolutely certain. But right now, we're running with the suspicion that this was one really overconfident Undine who got in over their head.
All right, and at this point, Daniel, you've got a special device.
Yes.
Would you like to use said device?
Yes. After Daniel had gotten over his initial disappointment that we're going through this whole song and dance again, he would have gone outside, seen the burning body, and taken out his chrono scanner that he brought with him this time. And he's just kind of doing...
that when you go outside, Aperian passes you a phaser pistol and says, "You take this. I'm not a very good fighter, but you might need it."
Thanks. I'm not exactly a soldier myself, but thanks. But yeah,
So yeah,
Daniel's just taking his chrono scanner and just kind of doing a sweep of like what way he can see visually around the barn, not the barn, the house, uh, and just be like, was that what was that fence post there an hour ago? Is there an extra sheep in the pen? I don't know, that type of thing.
all right. So you're able to use the chrono scanner, and what you're able to pick up is basically sort of like the movements of this alien as they were about to attack. You also can like pick up the actual attack, like, and just see it getting its shit stomped. But if you're just more interested in trying to figure out what was going on, well, it appears that it took a variety of shapes, jumped up onto this roof of a nearby sort of low structure, and tried to ambush Satsa. And you notice it was like targeting her. So it's definitely trying to skulk around and grab her as she was walking between the farmhouse and other structures. As far as any specific intel goes, you know it was after her in particular. So it wasn't like trying to go after anyone else and just took her as a target of opportunity. It basically was zeroing in.
Okay. And I'm assuming I see generally like the direction it came from, but it's not going to really be any new news from what they found out.
No, not from what they found out. Like what you might be able to identify is that like as it was skulking over, it did take a humanoid shape. How much resolution does the chrono scanner have?
I don't know.
Let's go ahead and let's call it
1080p.
So let's go with a control science roll to try to get more resolution on the blurry chronometric images you're picking up with this thing.
Control science, my beloved.
Control science.
Yeah. I don't. Oh, would temporal mechanics be enough?
Yes. Yeah, it would definitely apply.
I don't know how that happened. Just like, but I think I do know how that happened.
217s.
It looks like he
you used
he used the wrong roll. I think he actually just rolled 17 and not a die.
No, I didn't even roll. I think it just said, "Oh right, you put in the number 17."
Yeah, that's what I said.
You
It's
used
not
the
a good
wrong
roll.
dice column. So /R is what you want to do, and then just pay attention to the prompts that come up. Okay, so when you do /R, it brings up a set of like, are you on your phone or laptop?
Laptop.
All right, so type /R, and then bring up the prompt, and then you get the list of parameters.
Yeah, and
Because you keep going to dice column, and you're not rolling through Majel.
Yeah.
He only went to Geist Golem 1. The other time was me. I was just proving that you could get it to roll a single number instead of a die.
Okay. Yeah, so now all you need there is your target, and we'll handle all the other stuff afterwards, just to keep it down.
Yeah, the /R is for a second time said the application did not respond.
Oh, okay. Just go ahead then, just do the /roll, but then 2d20.
So that would
is
be
definitely a
3
success.
successes.
Yep, 3 successes. You're able to get the resolution and basically snap a picture of someone. Well, they're an IBI that you don't recognize, but you now have an image that you can port over to security when it finally asks. But you have a piece of intel, maybe that this person was trying to like impersonating someone else, and now you've got confirmation that they were.
Daniel's just gonna take one last look at the burning body and go back inside. Just say, well, it was definitely stalking Kara.
Satsa.
But God, I'm sorry.
Not to worry.
Hyperion nods and just kind of keeps where he is. Molina scoots a little closer to Setsa, still holding the shotgun.
Also, not sure how much help this will be since, I mean, the one outside kind of got godded already, but I did manage to get an image of someone where they were probably disguising themselves as at some point. Daniel just kind of
Hyperion kind of adjusts his glasses and says, "Could you show me? I'm familiar with most of the leadership within the planet. I might recognize them if they were attempting to replace someone important."
Sure. And Daniel walks up and just kind of flips the view screen of the chrono scanner towards him.
And I guess it's up to the GM whether or not Hyperion would recognize whoever this.
Just like I'm checking my notes real quick to see if I've actually named him. Just a sec. All right.
For the listeners, this is why we actually do have an entire spreadsheet of everybody on the Reliant, and it's how I was able to remember Larissa's name.
Documentation helps.
Yeah, sorry, just first, Setsa and Kara my brain just cannot hold on to who's who permanently, and I always have to pick
Well, that's
up on.
okay. We already know that
context
Setsa
clues
kind of
in
looks like a
session.
kangaroo, so.
Kara. She's got the big tail now.
Well, now, but I was joking about there was some miscommunication when they first met.
Yeah. So, so as far as things go with this man, he is not a nobleman. He is not a government man. He is, in fact, Deneth Gall, a local doctor in the area who was found dead recently.
Well, that explains the murder in the next town, I suppose. This was a local doctor. It seems to fit with... honey, who was it that was murdered, the paper said?
And Setsa raises a hand and says, what, Deneth Gall? I'm reading the paper here.
Oh, that's definitely the one.
Yep. Looks like him.
Well, I dare say you just took care of the murderer.
Indeed. Setsa strokes her chin thoughtfully.
Replacing a doctor would have made good sense. Your ability to hide in plain sight.
Do you have, like, many, like, ex-administrators around here, like, with other farms or, like, nobles?
No, not really. We came out here for the isolation.
Setsa strokes her chin again. And at this point, let's go ahead and cut over to JB and Kara, who are on the hunt, on the trail, and you're able to find basically a spot of, like, it starts, like, radiating, like, it's at the top of the hill, but you just see something that looks like it's glowing a bit, and where this individual may have stopped for a little bit, or if not a long while.
Okay, the first thing that happens is that Kara opens up a direct line to Marcus and just says, "Defiance to Ilium. I think we found where they've been holding camp."
Okay, let me just switch over to Allium here. Hey, how's it going?
We seem to have located the camp, or at least someplace they set up for a long period of time. We're going to be investigating soon. Thought you should know in case we went dark.
All right, sounds good. So you're just seeing, like, one big splotch, not two?
For the moment, that appears to be the case, yes.
All right, probably a little bit of an observation post. You might be able to find some tech that they were using to look ahead. Their eyes are good, but, they like to use a few tricks to eavesdrop.
Acknowledged. We'll go search the area. And she cuts off the comm and just looks over at Chirag and says, "Ilium says this might have been an observation post, so when we get up there, look around for any tech."
Copy that.
And Kara still doesn't really have any weapons on her, but she sort of is a weapon, so she's just basically just going to walk up to the site, fearlessly.
Trog see that car is unarmed. You want one of my knives?
Kara, flips one of her arms, and the chain whip comes, sliding out of it, and she says, "I'm always armed."
All right, just offering.
Appreciated.
All right, go ahead and give me insights, engineering, or security rolls to look for tech in the grass.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of you can search.
Inside security?
Insight, security, or engineering insight. You look for things.
One success for Kara. And for the record, I did security because my engineering is trash.
One success.
Just for JB.
So, with the both of you, you're able to find the most obvious bit of equipment. It's a little bit of a ramshackle bit of spy gear. So it looks like it's a combination, like acoustic amplifier and like multispectral binoculars. Doesn't look like it's Undine tech, but like it's definitely not standard. It's a quite sophisticated bit of re-engineering for like over the shelf, like parts and electronics.
Kara just kind of packs it up quickly and she's over at Trog and says, You have any way to carry this?
Trog always has his satchel with him, so he just puts it in his satchel.
Yep.
I don't have anything on me, so. And then she's just going to check around to see if the trail has terminated here or if it leads off to anywhere else.
Trog will do the same.
So with your scanning devices, you're able to see that there's a fainter trail, and you can see in the sort of the dim moonlight that it's leading over towards a road, and from there the trail is going to be going.
Okay, so basically we'll just say that they followed it to the road and just kind of, she'll basically, at this point, now contact Captain O'Connor and give a report. Defiance to Captain O'Connor. We've tracked the Undine to what looks like they've had a small observation post. Beyond that, they came from the roadway, and the trail stops there. There was probably a vehicle, perhaps some sort of accomplice. We confiscated some.
I'll send somebody over with a forensic scanner. Check if there's like tire track. I don't know. Maybe there's a tire track. Maybe it's something flying.
Aye, sir. We'll hold position.
Let me see if I can scan for some kind of ion trail.
The answer is you're not going to be able to detect anything.
Grawl,
I think this is the GM going, you've followed the path to the end.
Yes, this is the end of the path. You're not going to be able to pick up more intel from this point on.
Okay.
Now, Grawl.
Well, just because we have orders, basically we'll say that they wait until the specialist comes out, tells them there's nothing, and then they'll go back to the farmhouse and arrive whenever they arrive.
Yes. Now, Grawl.
Yes.
You can track and do sneakies.
Okay. Where's Crow at the moment? I've lost track of him.
Okay, so you can either be in the farmhouse, or you could have either moved into the tunnels that John has dug.
I guess he'd stay in the farmhouse.
Okay.
In that case, you'd probably be in the living room with everybody else, because Milena will have gathered everyone.
Righto.
And I'll say you hear it first. There is a car approaching the farmhouse.
I hear
Checkers
something.
gets on the machine.
Milena's gonna, sneak over to the window as best a middle-aged woman can and look out the window, because if planetary security was coming, they should just beam in.
So the car pulling in question, it looks like it's a hybrid, air/ground car. So it probably flew in to a point and then just drove up the rest of the way. And out steps a woman in a black and purple hood. She turns it back, and Milena sees Chief Planetary Coordinator Kaiken.
Okay, so Milena flips on the outside lights, and she goes to the door, and she just kind of looks back at everybody and says, "It looks like Planetary Administrator Kaiken," which I believe is probably who my daughter would have contacted. Granted, at this point, she just kind of waves the shotgun cautiously.
So, Grawl, do you want to try to identify whether or not she is the real administrator?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and give me an insight security, medical security, insight security, insight medical, or however insight you want to do. Command.
Insight security. Although I'm kind of curious how Goro will figure this out, considering he has never met this person before.
No, you have.
Oh, wait, I have?
Yeah, you met her last time. She was the one who met you at the airlock, onto the station that was your first point of interest to Ifar.
Right.
She's the lady that was identified as through the exchange as Setsa's grandmother.
I really should have re-listened to the episode.
Checkers could know.
Giving it to Grawl.
I know. But
Also, Checkers.
And how was Checkers here? I thought he was staying
God, that's the plot twist. Oh, yeah, he was. That's why.
Yeah.
I only just realized. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's say if that is the real one, the next person getting out of the car should be Checkers.
I say that's what should happen. Because fuck, I forgot to send it.
Okay. We'll have that go. But for 2 successes, you're able to identify that she looks and smells like the real one. And then out behind her steps Checkers.
And there's some human with her. Got a metal arm, wearing sunglasses at night.
He's sunglasses at night guy.
Daniel.
There's a case of the 2 Checkers. And this is for Grawl to react to.
There's another one?
Another
There
one.
are Checkers?
A third Checkers?
What's a Checkers?
Daniel
That thing.
sighs.
At this point,
These are
Marcus.
the Checkers with the Browning.
Yeah, so they basically, the Browning is sort of like on the side of the house, like kind of pointed away from the road, fortunately, because, I mean, otherwise you'd just be able to open up. And at this point, Graves leaps through another window, like the one closest to that Checkers.
So which Checkers?
The one that is not with Kaiken.
Okay, so the one on the Browning.
The one on the Browning.
He's starting to line up a shot.
Graves is going to. Oh god, what's he got? He's got a conclave lance. He unsheaths it and then fires at the Browning.
Not the Browning! Please, Checkers, not the Browning.
Browning was also an Undyne.
I just love the idea of that because you would have to pull the trigger and then you would just hear an Undyne very badly going bang, 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 bang.
He shoots the Browning.
Please do not, no.
The Browning has been hit. The ammo goes poof.
And as per Battletech, it explodes. The entire planet.
I was about to say, as we've learned from Battletech, machine gun ammo is the most powerful explosive known to man.
Indeed. So yeah, that Checkers is hit, and the moment he's hit, he starts like shifting, and yeah, he's on another Undine, an unplanned for Undine.
Checkers points, my Browning.
The Undine shouts, "You fool!" He throws the slags Browning towards Checkers and Kaiken, so at the car.
And then he's pasted with, a shotgun blast of phaser fire.
And Rick is also firing at him with his own phaser.
Everyone give me control security. Who's going to be shot firing?
Melina got one success.
Everyone just laid into him. At this point, too, this is at a point where you, Kara and JB, you're close enough to, if you're not at the farmhouse, you can at least see. And you can take pot shots from wherever you are. It's an open area. So you can start firing at the Checkers. Once you see everyone's going after them.
Kara will just say, I think they're fighting over there. I see weapons flashes.
Well, I can reach out and touch them with my bolt rifle.
Then do something. I don't have anything.
Charges his bolt rifle up to maximum velocity.
Incoming Ghost round!
What am I spinning? What am I rolling for that?
Control security is your standard shoot a ranged weapon.
Okay.
I want to see JB get the crits on this, so that everybody else has kind of winged this poor, guy who's going every which way, and then he just explodes.
Yeah, two successes.
I think that's kind of what happened.
He
Yeah, he's
gets
just
hit with an arrow.
Yeah, he's hit with so much, he's just completely inundated with weapons fire. And then the final Gauss shot takes him down, unless Grawl is about to throw down a weapon hit here.
No.
Grawl is typing and we don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say Goro is kind of surprised that everyone is firing and hasn't drawn yet, and just kind of gives up that everyone has pretty much obliterated the target.
They all obliterate.
I almost forgot Checkers. Checkers with the most.
Yeah, he's got a Mosin, and then there's going to be something at the end here.
I was about to say, we're not about to see an orbital strike on this guy, too, are we?
No, not quite.
I've been seeing that Courage and Ronnie has been typing for most of this session.
That's because my push to talk key is a letter key, and it's best if I keep Discord on top.
That would do it.
All right.
Checkers with the most.
Yeah, so he's hit with a Gauss, he's just peppered with weapons fire, arrow fire. He's hit with a rail fire. He's shot with a Mosin and he's going down. The Undine, falls and hits the ground, at which point that patch of earth just explodes. After which, you see John with an army helmet pop up from a nearby tunnel with the Foxes. And John yells out, "We got him!"
And Skipper just pops up with a helmet askew and says, "We may not make history, but we certainly made geography."
We more than got him.
You've just you jibbed this guy. There's not even a full body left. It's just bits of burning Undine are just falling around, kind of disintegrating. They're
probably not long
fine.
from this. Kara and JB and Chorg are running up.
Checkers falls to his my Browning.
It's hit hard, but it can be fixed. The Undine have wounded you though.
Kara, out of breath, just stops and says, "How do you know it was your Browning and not just another one the Undine brought?"
Oh, might it be? All right, I'll let you decide whether or not there are hallmark characteristics that would identify your browning.
It's BYOB. Bring.
Checkers is over there trying to find the serial number.
You will have it memorized.
He would.
No, this is
Oh.
this is
The serial number scratched out just like I remember it.
it doesn't have the modification I made. It doesn't have the fondue hole.
Well, now you got a slagged browning you can put back into service or use for parts.
Gonna make
Sure.
browning.
Trog runs up, looks at the crater in the ground, and he says, "Well, it looks like those modifications I made work."
Melina, meanwhile, is just kind of inching her way over to Kaiken, keeping the shotgun every which way, and she just kind of goes, "It's been quite a night, Planetary Administrator."
I see that. And she's like completely not phased by events. Like she's just seeing like there's another checkers. And then all of a sudden everyone opens fire on that checkers as they like that one turns his gun on the others. And she's like for a minute is like, were they really sure he was the infiltrator? Oh well.
I mean, it doesn't matter how we knew, or even if we knew. We were right, so it doesn't matter.
Yep, you were right. So she says, well, I see that we have a situation. May I come inside?
Well, far be it for me to stand out here in the cold.
How close was the administrator to the explosion?
Not close. Like that was at like the other side of the house. They were still kind of like coming up towards the house.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
like-
Trog was gonna reach over and like pick off a charred piece of Undine off his shoulder.
Yeah, you're kind of like so you're not like that close to the explosion because like everything was going down. You had a long range shot, and moments afterwards he went down. So like the explosion wasn't quite powerful enough to like send it over the hillside.
I will say that also, Melina, having left the door open, basically slings the shotgun and marches over to where John and Skipper and the Foxes are, and just kind of looks down with her best mom look and says, "Now you're going to fill in all these holes, right?"
Yes, Auntie.
Good boy. I'll make you a mushroom quiche.
Yay! And like the tardigrades and the foxes begin like filling in the hole. Like especially like the foxes, they're burying the bits of the Undine.
Here lies Renthorpe. What a failure.
And with that, we've hit the hour mark, so let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break.
Yay!
Alrighty, and now let's get back to it. So, after this stunning display of firepower, Kaiken graciously goes inside, and followed by the real checkers. It's definitely the real checkers. I'm not. That is DM law. This is real checkers. No doing more double switching out.
5 checkers appear outside.
They're here for a throwdown.
They're just T-posing.
No, they're all doing the Spider-Man thing. He's the fake!
Uh,
Anyway, Melina is going to break off and say something about she's stressed out and she's going to go cook, so she heads for the kitchen.
John is busy. Like Graves looks back and like, oh, I just jumped through the window, and he's kind of like looking at himself like, and he kind of steps back through the window, and John is like beaming down. Like he does some scans and starts beaming down like a replacement window. So he fix.
And then Kara, upon seeing Planetary Administrator Kaiken, just says, "Oh, did they actually send my report through?"
Yes, they did through 3 levels of administration, just trying to double check to make sure that this was a thing, even though I told them to specifically route communications coming from you to me. Bureaucracy. Anyway, so, like,
Well-
what'd you just blow up?
That was an Undine. Also, welcome to my family home, Kaiken.
And Setsa's just looks over and like she remembers like, oh crap, and then she kind of looks back. And then Kaiken says, "Thank you. Sorry that to your family that this has been such a disturbing evening. We're hoping for things to be a little bit more settled this time."
Perian just kind of pushes his glasses up and says, "Oh, it's been terribly fascinating. We solved the murder of the next town over.
How
It's
did
an Undine."
Okay. I'll have that noted. Was it the one you just blew up or another one?
Oh no, there's another one out back. I think it's still on fire.
Indeed. All right, well, proven yourselves to be very capable. So, She like sits down heavily. And is like, does anyone have a drink, like alcohol?
Give me a moment. And Perian gets up and he walks over to like this sort of cabinet, and he opens it up and he kind of goes down the list of the bottles and says, "Well, I suppose we were saving this for a special occasion. I suppose that special occasion doesn't have to be a positive one." And he pulls out a very old bottle of spring wine and opens it and pours it out for Kaiken.
Kaiken takes it with it.
Trog pulls out a bottle of venom from his coat.
Thank you. The spring wine will be just fine.
Kaiko, however, motions for the venom. Give me that.
Trog gladly hands it over.
Kara downs a couple gulps of it and hands it back and says, "Okay, that'll help."
So, as you are, very troubled this evening. So, like, Undine attacked these shapeshifters, and who do they try to attack?
Based on all available evidence, Kaiken, they were trying to kidnap Setsa and replace her. I suppose the doctor might have been an opening gambit for this if they knew she was coming. Although the fact that they found the doctor's murdered body suggests that perhaps he just got a little too close to the truth.
Right. Based on timing, like someone trying to how would they know that you're coming here of all places? Like it's not an unreasonable guess. And certainly, if they've compromised security network, they would know that you're here. Not
could also
like
compromise the Starfleet.
Well, potentially.
Wouldn't be the first time. As from a flask he took belt.
Well, the good news is that we're not out of everything. Chorog, why don't you show her what we picked up from the observation post?
Trog reaches into his haversack and pulls out the espionage equipment that he found.
Interesting. So they made things. All right. And she has
Doesn't look like Undine tech to me.
And she has it looks over. She pops out a little memory card and pulls out a multi-use or a security omni tool. And she plugs in a little memory card and just starts reviewing some of the information. She just hits play, and there's just an innocuous conversation from the previous day between Aperion and Milena. And Kaiken says, I think Setsa may have been a target of opportunity, and who they're truly after was your parents. At least, originally.
Aperion just kind of screws his face up and just says, "Why on earth would that be?"
Do you do any traveling to the city? Have any contacts? Are there people that would pay particularly close attention to you if you became a little bit more active in politics?
Well, I suppose people would notice if we tried to become active in politics, but we spent most of the last 20 some odd years getting away from politics. It would be a very, very abrupt change.
Maybe the Undine would appreciate that. Well, at any rate, looks like they may have taken Setsa as a more direct route to the top. Replace her, she has a change of heart, and becomes chief administrator.
Whole thing seems a little harebrained to me, but I suppose I'm not an Undine.
Indeed. We need someone with particular experience with and at this moment there's a there's the sound of a transporter and then just shouting saying, "Oh, let me think through this." Then someone just is shouting outside, "Well, when you were going through the academy, well, I was doing things in security." Oh, God damn it. It's not working.
Starfleet security.
Stop. Yes, sorry. And like someone like comes by, taps on the window.
Kara goes over and opens the window.
It's Russ.
Kara reaches through the window, grabs him by the shirt collar or lapels, and hauls him through the window.
Ah!
She just kind of chuckles to herself as she kind of sets him down and closes the window. That's for being so hard on me when I was smaller than you.
Yes. Hello, Lieutenant Commander Junrani? Commander?
Admiral Ross, and she salutes.
Ross salutes back and says, I was in the area. I had to call in some favors to get a quick transwarp here and beam down. And, well, let's just say planetary security doesn't quite know I'm... and then he looks over and is like, okay, they know I'm here.
Perion just kind of adjusts his glasses and says, "Transwarp? Your idea of what a local area is quite vast.
Well, as in, I was on like, just kind of on standby, just in case something happened, because we were traveling to Ifar, and, well, things typically happen on Ifar.
To inform him.
It's like, of course, like, there's Undine on Ifar. Of course I'm coming.
Yeah, that's
I was about to say,
valid.
when the statement happens, things happen on Ifar. I like to think that Kaiken, Setsa, Kara, and quite possibly Ilium all share a look.
They do. And Sansa says, "Well, thanks for coming, Uncle Ross. Yeah. So, Undine." And Ross says,
All
"What?"
right, now it's a family event. And Kara smiles like a predator. She says, Admiral Ross, have you met Setsa's Oma Kaiken?
Checkers immediately sits next to her and puts an arm around.
It's just like Ross is just like tilting his head slightly, like, what? His brain is like finally placing pieces together. He looks over to Checkers, and then he's like, "Okay, this is for later." And then what he actually says though is like, "Oh, we've met in the past. I just wasn't quite aware of your status to wait. So it's Oma to you or to Setsa?"
To Setsa. But Setsa and I are close, so it's like being the same thing now, isn't it?
And then Kaiken gives her a look.
And Kara just has the most disarming, charming, innocent smile.
Do you have little woo eyes like displayed on your visor?
Yes.
Setsa gives Kara a boop on the nose. And at this point, Ross says, "Right, well, we have a lot of people here. And how many Undine were it?"
Well,
2 so far.
All right, 2. Might be more. Kaiken and I can coordinate.
We'll say also at this point, Jasada's just looking up at Ross going, wow, you're old.
Ross is just taking this all in and just like, is this court-martialable? No, it's not. Damn it. And then he looks over
It's
and
a
Court-martial
2-year-old
child.
well, just like the entire situation. It's like, who called me in? Who's egging this on? Oh, well, let's roll with it. And says,
Ross isn't the type to court-martial.
no. I mean, he would do it out of spite, knowing he would lose. He is not afraid to use this system. So, at any rate, though, Ross says, right, so there's a bit of an incident. Your venture here is, well, let's just say it's proven to be more challenging. Now, here's the question. Do you want to stay here?
The Undying have to have a purpose for trying. They've put a fair amount of resources in. I'd like to stay to see.
Right.
I should think that, prey distinguishes itself by movement. I suppose we stay exactly where we are. If they want to try again, now they know we're ready for them.
Kaiken looks out the window to like where the hole is being filled in by foxes and tardigrades and says, I dare say that they know quite well how things generally proceed. So at that point...
Oh, right. Alma Kaiken, we have... And then Kara just kind of sits down and pulls out a pad, and she types out the frequencies and everything that she was given by Ilium and holds that out to Alma Kaiken and just says, Chorog knows more about this than I do, but you can use this to track Undine.
Excellent, excellent. And then Ross looks over and says, oh, indeed.
And then Kara just looks back at Ross and says, hey, you were going to get a copy sooner or later. Ibby World, Ibby first.
Oh, yeah, I know, I'm just curious. And then Kaiken says, I think these can be adapted fairly readily. Thank you.
Consider it a gift from the Conclave, a gesture of goodwill.
Yes, indeed. And Graves looks around and kind of like has a little bit of that feeling of like, well, I technically contributed, but he didn't really contribute.
Graves has, or Ross has that moment of, my work here is done. But you didn't do anything.
Coming from Graves, and Ross says, all right, I think with this information, see Kaiken and I, and might possibly Checkers if he wants to accompany as well.
Of course I'm going.
Yes, we can, do a little bit of hunting. If you all want to remain here, be on guard, we can start taking a look around the planet and see what else we can find.
Probably might be a
like-
good idea to get in from the doctor's residence as well, just in case. Just have a relook over that evidence.
Yeah, we'll send some people over. For right now, you people get some sleep as best you can and just sit down.
Kara just nods and says, "Yeah, I had a nice recharge cycle going on. Yeah, well, I can get back to it."
Yeah, if there's going to be some big news going around, let's definitely have you guys on ready. I like pushing an all-nighter.
But about this point, Milena will come back probably with a mushroom quiche and set it on the kitchen table.
There's a tardigrade. There's just a thud at the window, and then another thud, and the tardigrades are at the window, like face pressed up on the glass.
Milena turns to the window, points over towards the door.
The tardigrades drop off and like hurriedly scuttle towards the door, and then they scuttle through. John salutes to Ross as they pass, and they have quiche.
Milena just kind of, sighs and says, "Well, we'll take Chisato to sleep with us tonight, and we'll set the security systems to high alert." And Kara looks over at Setsa and goes, "Where are you sleeping tonight?"
I get to choose, right?
Yes, that's why you're being asked.
Yeah, I want 2 bed guards.
There's
And
some
I'm supposing
blinking.
you have choices.
Yep. Marcus and Kara, you're going to keep me company tonight. We are going to be on the defensive. What?
No,
Setsa just like he's like, what?
Eli's grinning.
Yeah. We're just to make sure that in case one person is extra sleepy, that someone else will wake up just in case something happens.
It's okay, I'll tie my systems to yours. As soon as you regain consciousness, I'll reboot.
Okay, that sounds good.
Gonna keep sleeping outside.
I could.
Like the Undine can murder me.
I was also thinking about there's been some damage to your house. Would you like some assistance? I could get my engineering team to repair.
Oh, if you like, sweetheart, it's just a pair of windows. We could probably just fill it with emergency force fields for the night.
One of the windows has already been propped up with a decent but unpainted replacement window by John. The other one upstairs, no, that's still completely busted. And there's probably a little bit of damage from the catastrophic explosion outside, especially from the magazine detonating and potentially firing a lot of shrapnel into the side of the house. So yeah, there might be it's not structurally damaged, but there's a lot of superficial damage.
Anyway, I guess the point here is that you have made the offer of help, and you have received the Midwestern response, which is, I am required to say no.
Okay. All right. Well, we can. What time is it, by the way? It's still late at night.
Yeah, it's probably around 9 o'clock at this point.
I'll be happy.
And I will I realize now you're not American, so I'll also fill this in. The Midwest response of I am required to say no doesn't mean no or yes. It just means I'm going to give you the socially required answer first.
Well,
You have to keep offering.
Yes, he was going to say.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
But I am happy to. I mean, it's not. The engineering team will be very limited in their functionality. It will help give them things to do in the meantime. If we can come in the morning or not, either way, it's your choice.
Well, if you're sure, sweetheart, that's very kind of you. And she gives Rick a pat on the shoulder.
And he'll just nod.
And at this point, I did also put in chat that someone who also has actually 2 people have expertise that help in house rebuilding. Chorog and Daniel would also be more than competent at helping to repair damage on a house.
And Daniel would ho.
If Chorog helps, I suspect the window will somehow have hidden explosive charges.
An emergency
I can't decide if it's a mine. It's one of those things. I can't decide if it's a mine that goes off when the window is broken, or if it's a set of explosive bolts that fire the window out so you can jump more easily.
But it's basically the latter, because that can also be used as a projectile.
It's a claymore built into the
Weaponized
window
window.
frame.
They hit me with a window.
Just imagine the mailman comes up one day and the window just prematurely detonates and just fires it past them. They're getting a drone delivery system and the window completely takes it out.
Let's not forget the landmines.
Oh, and
So I'm building claymores into the window frame. This thing's going to just explode into BB.
I mean, that's probably not great for like a place with a kid around, though.
No, this is Kara's room. It is upstairs.
You can put the mine there.
The window also says
Okay,
do not
now
eat, because that's
okay,
what
not
claymores
not
for some
not BBs. I'll use gumballs.
This goes back to Claymore mines are not filled with yummy candy, and it's wrong to tell new soldiers that they are.
We killed Grawl.
Sorry.
Grawl has been killed.
I'm not joking, by the way. Claymores do say do not.
They also have a thing that says, front towards enemy.
Top line right there.
Yep. Yep. So at this rate, everyone, like, the head honchos head out to do some hunting. Everyone's left at the farmhouse. And there's reconstruction going on, there's defensive work going on, and people can kind of get, like, resumed as best they can with the camping experience.
Kara's just going to follow Setsa wherever she goes. Kara is hoping that Setsa will stay in the house, but...
She's gonna go in the house, but she'll either opt for, like, the basement or, like, a room, like a guest room.
There's a guest room. The house is big enough.
Okay, so they set up shop in the guest room.
Are we able or allowed to beam back into the back and forth to Reliant?
Yes, like, there's usually some restrictions for IFR, but you've got the planetary security coordinator involved, and if anyone raises a fuss, like, Moon can just say, talk to your boss. So you are free to get anything you want from Reliant at this point.
Not to mention, I think it has already been demonstrated that Kaiken is a little upset with her underlings and has already been venting some anger on them, so...
Okay. Well, after house repairs are done, and we're just, whenever that is, the next time people see Daniel, he will be in full spacesuit, the full spacesuit getup, just sitting on the couch.
Wait. DB, if you're going to be helping with house construction, do you want a new special device?
Sure. What be that device?
So something that may have come into mind, and we can basically say you've got this, is that while you're very used to working in space, and, even though you've been wearing the spacesuit on ground a lot, you still kind of like that feeling of being in space. You can have anti-gravity, like, floaters that would allow you to drift around like you're in space. And, like, you could just just use that for, like, repairing, like, second floor stuff and just, like, float around the house.
What you're saying is that even though we're not on Ryza, there's going to be gravity floaters anyway.
Yes.
Okay. And that now leaves open the visual gag of Daniel floating by, just slowly in the background, just slowly spinning.
Very much like the Dune floaters.
I will also say that there's currently a picture of Jamie Heineman in the Game Time chat, and especially with the spacesuit, now all I can think is, I like it in here. It's private.
Yeah. So
Daniel is slowly becoming an enigmatic space being.
Like,
you're not the enigmatic space being until you lift the visor up, and in the helmet there is just nothing but void.
Oh no!
Jasad can also be like watching Spaceman like do work outside the house in his like Spaceman suit floating around.
You guys, great. This is going to become a formative experience, and now for the next few years, Jasada becomes the Space Corps.
Yeah. Like
Space camp.
That'd be funny if like this inspires him to get like the space stuff, IOD, and he becomes like a famous admiral.
Well, I mean, you've just shown him a bunch of explosions, a spaceman flying around, weird aliens. He's
having a great time.
Yeah.
So yeah, people can just do camping as they wish or defensive preparations. It's a free-form moment.
Eli's going back to camp, and I guess Rick too. Checkers is off with
Checkers
is doing.
Rick will head back to camp as well.
Like they're doing like Kaiken and Ross are doing like special ops shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Kara's probably leaning against the wall and powered down, waiting for some sort of signal to turn back on. Unless Setsa has requested her presence closer to the bed.
No, she's snuggled up and like in a little like pillow fort, while like Graves and Kara are actually seeing to like defensive prey.
Well, Kara's not seeing anything. She's asleep. But the point is that
Okay.
she can be awake very quickly.
Yeah. So Graves is like doing a little bit of like security checks, setting some stuff up, and just talking with Setsa, just keeping her calm. And is there any are there any plushies about the house
Are there any plushies about the house?
with the small child there?
Yes, not to mention, remember that Nala came down. You have a dog.
Okay, yeah. So like Nala's and like Setsa's just like just giving Nala ear scritches and holding on to a plushie.
You have an emergency anxiety dog.
Yep. So that's what they're seeing too. Well, John is he's getting into the camping experience. So yeah, I'll let Grawl go with what Grawl is up to.
Well, real quick, I will say that Graves has, there is actually a security system that's pretty robust around the house, including, a defensive field and a scattering field. It's just that, well, the Undine, I guess, already knew about that.
Yeah.
And Goro,
You go, Goro.
you go first.
All right. So Rick will try one more time figuring out if just a sensor scanning for that, just primarily for those Undine spectrum stuff. See if he can like trigger that response and detect that response.
All right, let's go ahead and give this a reason, science, or engineering.
Definitely science. The engineering. No, not science. I don't think any of my focuses will, unless survival does.
Not in this case. This is more like high-end engineering that you're trying to figure out empirically what the hell is what are they doing for the scattering field.
All right, so that'll just be that and 2 successes.
All right. Anything in particular, Kara, or should I just do technobabble here?
I would just say probably technobabble, but it's also probably one of those things of, if they'd been there a while, they probably just knew how to get past this. No system is perfect. We all know this.
And like for the key is that they use let's just say for characterizing some of the IBI like high-end encryption stuff and just how they just start messing with like sensor algorithms. The sort of underlying base is a song to like the sort of the key pattern.
I was about to say that is the sort of thing that a Period and Molina would do.
All right. Now the floor is open. Whoever first suggests a song. This isn't something that like would reflect on Imperia and Molina. Just okay.
Marshmallows.
Wait, I was about to say,
Yeah.
what about a song? I zoned out for like half a second.
Okay, so there's a song being used as sort of the underlying encryption base for the sensor scattering field, and it's something that's like part of the it's part of the security suite and software. So it's not necessarily something that reflects on the household.
I'm guessing no Earth song.
I mean, technically, if they used an IBI song, it might be less secure. So anyone, like, the floor is open for anyone who's that is. You must come with a YouTube link. We can't play it for the audience, but we'll narrate it. Because I was already thinking of this being a Rickroll, and I wasn't going to do it.
Give me a second.
Oh my god, I was so close to just making this Rick Astley, but no, I couldn't. There we go.
I got the link out first.
It is DMX, where the hood at? Where the hood at? And then I'll let DB continue on with this. Dede, you have done a chat.
Sorry. Okay. I guess at some point we finish rebuilding the house, and Daniel just upon landing back on the ground will just turn to whoever from Reliant is nearest by and just say, "Why didn't anyone tell me about these before?" To just kind of talking about the anti-gravity thing.
Yeah, so one of the engineering staff there, just sort of one of the lower ensigns, and just said, "Shrugs, I guess you never asked."
These things are great. I'm gonna keep this one.
Oh, we've got some good jetpacks as well.
I'm gonna keep this one.
All right, I'll log it out as out of inventory. inventory. There we go.
Inventory.
But by the way, just I guess for future reference, is this just basically I press a button and I start floating like I'm in space?
Yep.
Cool.
Just be careful with it.
Yeah. Try not to float away.
I mean, that's funny. It's like, oh no, I'm trapped on a planet, and the crew cannot use the transporter. How do I get home? Jump. And you jump and just keep going, and then like 2 hours later, it's like, oh no, we can pick them up now.
I have to go now. My people need me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Keep that in your back pocket for when you have to leave the farm and you're just gonna beam up, like for just you're just like tell the kid that, and then you just jump away, and eventually you're beamed out.
Just pretend I'm taking off, like do the full Superman pose.
Just sort of just there waving, bye, spaceman.
God. All right. So wholesome camping time. There's a fire, like in the center of like the
There's two
patch of
fires.
dirt. Well, we're the center of the patch of dirt where the evil checkers was detonated. That's been like leveled out, and it's just a big, dirt patch, which is actually really good for camping. So, they've got some,
We have a place to go. We already set
Well,
it up.
oh yeah, okay, we can do that. So yeah, they
already
go
have
back
the
to camp.
bonfire.
Yeah, they got the bonfire. Like John takes it and puts it in. The fire just is starting to glow blue a little bit.
Now,
Ryuji.
this kind of fucked up.
Ryuji, you see this tardigrade do that, and the foxfire is starting to spread a little bit to the regular fire.
He nods.
And John says, I just kind of wanted to experiment. They're just
He
watching the
nods.
fire glow bluer and bluer. And then he starts toasting marshmallows in it.
Meanwhile, Grow has one of the Starfleet issued marshmallow dispensers and is trying to figure out this whole marshmallow thing.
Rick
Yeah,
is
it
going
can start-
to be doing a damper kind of thing to build on the my Australianness. Just have this twist of dough around a stick that he
Oh,
cooking in the open
so
fire.
good. Oh my god, that's so good. Why didn't they tell me about that when I was in Australia?
Eli's rolling an entire leg of.
So, Karis just posted the Regulation Starfleet Marshmallow Dispenser, which is a gun that fires marshmallows. Skipper is just like popping marshmallows into the fire with that.
The marshmallows are not doing well.
She just keeps firing marshmallows in.
Skipper, that's not how you do that. Please don't get them on my mutton, please.
Okay.
I was about to say,
Want
we
some
need
mutton?
Smarty to go over and show how to roast marshmallows.
Actually, Chorog, your little Koopa Troopa helper is having difficulty with the concept of marshmallow roasting.
But not
let
having
me-
trouble with the concept of a gun, which is not surprising.
Let me show you how it's done.
And you have a wholesome moment of teaching a small blue tardigrade how to roast marshmallows. She is most appreciative.
How to pop people on the back of the head with it when they turn.
Can we shoot them when they're like on fire? Pew pew.
I like the way you think.
She will approach Smarty later with an idea for an incendiary marshmallow launcher.
I was just thinking they just have to time it right, firing through the campfire.
And I just put a photo in the chat of the very standard
Yeah.
lists.
Looks tasty.
Oh, that is so good. Yeah, it's like chimney cake, but like with fire, like with that's like I so approve of that. I need to bring like copious amounts of dough next time I'm in the field in Australia. Oh, that's gonna be fun. All right. So, Grawl.
Yes. How do these marshmallow things work?
You've got the sort of like the mini replicator that's just designed to make marshmallows.
Guaro is just looking at the thing and trying to add it onto a stick.
Are you like trying to take the entire device and put it on a stick, or just the marshmallow?
The marshmallow.
I would say he's off to a good start, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so you've got the fire on the stick. Let's go with a insight engineering or insight science for trying to judge when you should pull it out of the fire.
Or for how close you should get it.
Yep. Now, the Duncan approved way is to actually set it on fire, blow it out, and then eat it. 1 success for JB. Other marshmallow toasters, go ahead, do your roll.
I guess
Yeah, I
Rick
prefer
should
nice
do
light.
do one for his twisties.
Well, shit, so far, Grawl's like a natural.
Yep.
Grawl has the
John-
perfect light toast.
John says, wait, can I see the dispenser real quick?
It's like roasting a small rodent.
Trog likes his black and bubbly.
Yep. Rick,
I'm
you're
just gonna
also...
say, be glad the Riatheas weren't here to hear that.
Black and bubbly?
No, what Grawl said. It's like toasting a small rodent. Because he's a little dinosaur.
Yeah.
And then Rick, you're also your twisties come out so good. Like they're nice, like you got the soft inside, you got the crispy outside.
Yes.
Do you add any like powder? Do you add any sugar on it, or is it just like the dough?
So traditionally, they've got like a golden syrup, which is a treacle.
Oh, I know gold syrup.
Yeah, it's now so sweet. It's so good. John's
Uh.
just starts continuously like discharging like the marshmallow, just making like one really long marshmallow, and he just like puts it like all along a long metal rod, and he starts toasting that. He's got like a 3-foot marshmallow.
I said Eli is roasting a big leg of roasting chicken skewers.
It's so good for foods.
I would ask
Like
if anybody's warned John about the fact that metal conducts heat really well, and then I remember it's John, and it probably couldn't hurt him anyway.
No, he's just holding it, and it's like there's no handle, it's just bare metal, but he's fine.
Of course he is. It's John.
But there's a little bit of a, and there's 2 foxos. There's a white foxo and then like an orange foxo, and they're looking at Ryuji and Eli.
You'll get some, don't worry.
They whimper.
It's cooking.
They sort of like they both sit down and lay down and just waiting. They're impatient. They want noms. Why humans have to cook it so long? It's good now.
Mr. Chief and the texture.
The Master Chef method. I mean, it works. Yeah. So oh god, yeah. DB. We'll have that that particular option of jumping from the ship. Don't turn on gravity till he hits the ground, and with his neutronium armor, he's on by scanners. Yes, we'll find a way for you to do an orbital insertion.
He's already in the spacesuit. We should go full, heavy metal and give him the Corvette too.
Still have to worry about atmosphere entry, so probably turn it on a little.
Yeah, he can float gently down. Yeah. So, at any rate, the foobs, and the night goes on, and they're tenties. But you hear a little bit of a scuffle in the bush.
Not again, Eli says, getting his face around.
And what you see is, well, a strange little creature. It had 2 tails and 3 eyes, and looks a bit like a fox. It's a little Ibby equivalent of a fox. It's got a little moot.
You're going to have 3 billion foxes by the end of the game.
He's like, the little tri-fox is looking up at you, and he's got, instead of little paws, he's got little hooves.
I really shouldn't.
He's got little features. He smell. He's curious.
Somebody stop me, please.
Someone else can adopt him. Everyone gets a fox.
We don't have to adopt every wild animal we find.
Lies. Deception.
There's a little foxo. People can see the foxo. He has a little tan and brown foxo. His sniff. He
Rick
got
will
2 tails wagging.
rake off some of the damper and just throw it on golden syrup.
He doing a little numb, making a little happy Ibby fox noises. Little grunties.
Tame and give it.
See, I'm tempted to ruin the entire moment by saying that you hear something else from the bush now.
Oh God! Oh no!
Oopsie.
No moopsies.
I guarantee you that if that actually happened, everybody would just stand up and run.
Like, they all just fire. The same thing happens again. It's like, well, we killed a Moopsie.
The Moopsie's
Yeah.
fast. We're going to give this fox to Kara. We can't adopt every fox.
They now can do a little bit of wildlife rehab. Because, I mean, Ibby's ecology is healing, but it's always good to take care of little foxos. In agricultural landscapes, they might not have that much.
Eli's gonna pick.
Okay, well, you pick it up and it does little happy wiggles. Just tries to sniff your face. It tries to sniff your face. Anyone else want to see Foxo? Alien Foxo. It happy whimpering sounds and goes a woof. So yeah, you can take it over to Millennium Imperium.
Yeah.
Your heart is tearing.
Family, it's okay.
It is a good luck charm. Foxos like this bring good luck unto EB households. Jasada has a little brother. The other Foxos do curious sniff, and then go zoomies, and then come back, and they all enjoy it. And the night proceeds, and while things were, quite troublesome tonight, they do have a peaceful rest of the night. We will see what the morning brings. With that, I'll have the floor open for any residual scenes, but otherwise we'll just call it there and continue on with the adventure next time.
I've got one if nobody else. I will say that this probably will take place a day later, so if anybody else has something that would happen before then...
Keep in mind, that shit might go down in the morning.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I thought we were basically done on...
No, they're gonna...
No.
There's headhunting going on right now with planetary security.
Never mind, I got nothing. What I got's for after we leave.
Okay.
Daniel is going to... He's going to, as the night goes on and people start going to bed, he's going to be sitting on the couch, still in spacesuit, holding the shotgun phaser, and just kind of trying not to fall asleep, but he does nod off eventually. Just kind of sitting there.
I will say that Aperion notices at one point walking by, and then pulls out an easel and some paints, and... You're getting immortalized.
Yay.
This image is going to go down super well in the Ibby art circles.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's basically rustic farmhouse, old battered sofa, man in a spacesuit holding a laser shotgun.
Yeah, this is going to be pop art for centuries.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
What if
he could. He could just float around the ceiling at night.
Daniel-
you just bop around you slightly impact and just bop off it you play
While
the
that would
drop
be a
theme.
funny, while that would be a funny visual to bounce around like a screensaver while I sleep, Daniel has learned from past experience. It's probably not best to fall asleep in zero gravity. It's don't know what you'll bump into in the night, and it can be real disorienting to wake up in a different spot than you fell asleep.
Yeah. Also, if there's a window open, it could get bad.
He'd have to be smaller than the window.
Yeah.
He's not a fly. He's not gonna just
Oh, I know.
get out the smallest.
But for decades to come, pictures of Daniel painted there are given pithy sayings and floating around the internet.
All right. And okay, so floor is open for scenes. If no one else has one, all right, take it away. wait.
Mine doesn't work unless...
Oh yeah. There was
Because if shit could go down tomorrow, that's important to what I was going to do.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I remembered that there wasn't a second one. Okay. So yeah, folks, turn in, and thanks everyone for joining us, and yeah, we'll have the thrilling, hopefully, conclusion next time.
Yay!
Reliant.